Mediation is a process that a couple will use in order to attempt to amicably resolve and end a marriage and deal with all the issues that need to be dealt with in order to do that. The idea of using a mediator, or this neutral person who will sit down with the couple and resolve issues, is that what you're doing is you are avoiding lengthy, prolonged court battle. So the timing is normally quicker. It tends to be less expensive because you're not working through negotiations through two attorneys. You're sitting down, the couple sits down with the mediator in a room and goes through this process. And additionally, it tends to be much more satisfying because the couple is ultimately coming to decisions that work for the couple. So process-wise, how it works is that the couple will come in and meet with the mediator. Typically, I go in about an hour and a half session at a time. I find people kind of, that's long enough. And what you do is you will identify whatever issues need to be resolved. That can be your kid issues as well as all your financial issues. And you'll work through each issue. And as you're working through each issue, what you do is you have this kind of creative brainstorming session where the couple is encouraged to come up with whatever kind of ideas, to resolve this issue. And then you have this kind of back and forth negotiating piece of it. And ultimately, the idea is that the couple will come to some resolutions that work well for the couple. Now, important elements to making sure that a mediation process works is there's a few different elements. One is that the couple feels that your mediator is a neutral. This is very important. You can't feel as though your mediator is being biased towards one person or the other. Also, the understanding that it is a confidential process. And so by being confidential, parties are more inclined to be open with their ideas and how we are resolving this issue, knowing that, for instance, the mediator cannot be called later into court to testify or anything of that sort. Also, it's very important that each party is speaking one person at a time throughout this process so that people are actually listening to one another. And the mediator's role is really to help make sure that that happens. Also, it's very important that the parties focus on issues and that there's not negative comments being thrown back and forth at one another. And the mediator is supposed to control that part of it too. If indeed one party starts to speak negatively, then really the mediator should shut down the process or redirect or pull the parties aside or something like that. When the parties do come to all these agreements on whatever issues need to be resolved, and if you use a divorce mediator that is experienced as an attorney in this area as well, the attorney mediator is going to know what issues also that need to be resolved. And ultimately, the idea is that you take all these agreements and you put them into the proper legal documents that then get filed with the court.